Hey guys, Be Twice here. Today is Saturday, August 21st. So I want to start this video off by saying I don't have as much time lately to make videos, so I will try to still do them on the weekends, but during the weekdays I can't make any promises. More than likely there will not be videos going up. But with that being said, let's take a look at SPY. We're going to look at the bull case of what we could be seeing and the bear case. So last weekend I talked about how we need to be really careful up in these levels because we have some pretty major resistance at these trend lines. Obviously, I had drawn this white trend line, then I had the dotted red, and then I had the solid red. And I had basically said that, hey, if we did get all the way up to the solid red, I did not think that we would be breaking that. Now, ultimately what ended up happening, and I talked about this in my last video, was that the melt up should continue, which it looked like it was going to. Obviously, we had pretty significant volume to pop us just above this white trend line. So it looked like all was good. It looked like we were going to be well on our way to the red dotted trend line and then possibly even going up to test the solid red trend line to give us a 5-wave move to the upside to finish off this wave 3 before we'd ultimately plummet. Now, with that being said, obviously that's not how this week played out. We had a pretty big, two pretty big sizable drops back-to-back days, which ultimately took us down to this 435 range. So now, what could we potentially be seeing? So, and I had talked about how up in this area, you want to be careful because at any point in time we could top. So this could have been our wave 3 top, or we could extend a little higher. It's pretty much anybody's guess. When you're up this high in a wave count in wave theory, you want to be very, very careful. So with that being said, the bull count tells us that this entire wave up was a wave 1. We pulled back and we bottomed for our 2, and we're going to rally up for a 3, 4, 5, and that's going to finish off our wave 3. It could happen somewhere right around this red dotted trend line. It could happen up at the solid one, or it could just happen right around this trend line again, depending on where it hits it. It's really anybody's guess, but this would be the bull scenario is that, hey, we haven't topped yet. We're going to extend a little bit higher. We're going to go back to all-time highs. We're going to find a top somewhere in here, and then ultimately that's what's going to send us down somewhere between 428 to 416. The one other thing that I was saying on Twitter, which I tend to post a lot more on Twitter than I have time to make videos. I put up a picture of this chart with these trend lines on the RSI, and I drew a circle down here by this trend line. Obviously, SPY didn't make it all the way there, but at the very least, the day that we were flushing the highest, where I think pre-market we were down like 1%, but then ultimately we finished that day positive, which was this day. I had tweeted and said that to expect a 3-wave move to the upside, and I took a picture and circled the RSI because I assumed that when it hit here we'd get some support. Because when you're going down, you're not always going to go straight down, and we're going to cover that in the bear case real fast, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. All right, so let's look at the bear case. So kind of like I was just discussing, we don't go straight down. So I had taken a couple snapshots of my phone, I think it was, and then posted on Twitter, and I had a circle drawn around right here, expecting that SPY was going to catch support somewhere at this RSI trend line. Ultimately, SPY did catch support at that RSI trend line. We actually rallied off of it. Why? Well, because we had already seen a 3-wave move. Obviously, we're looking at the daily right now, but if I was to go to the hourly chart, we actually could see an ABC move right here. So that told me, and we obviously, and I took the trend line off, but there's a trend line going up right here too. And in pre-market, we actually hit the trend line that goes up like this. Um, and with that being said, I had tweeted and said that, we had a 3-wave move to the downside, so we were going to rally to the upside for X. And this is the bear count. The bear count is that we already actually did have 5 waves up right here, and that we already did peak. So this was our wave 5, which was our wave 3 top. And right now we're looking to go down and find our wave 4. Well, the wave 4 bottom can't be in because wave 4s have to go at least 14.6% retracement. We didn't get there, meaning SPY would have to go beneath 428.27 to be a valid wave 4. Otherwise, I can't call this a wave 3 top. So with that being said, you can see a clear 3-wave moves down. You can see an ABC structure if you go to the hourly or the 30-minute right here. So that takes us to a W. So the bears are saying, hey, yeah, we are rallying here up for an X, but we're in a complex correction. We might go all the way back up and touch this trend line, but we're not going to make a new high. Making a new high, most likely we wouldn't. Even though it is possible in flat corrections for the X to extend a little higher. But with that being said, more than likely in this scenario, we won't go above this trend line. We might go up and touch it. And then from there, ultimately, we'll flush to the downside, taking us somewhere to about 428 share. So it's anybody's guess which one of these counts is going to end up being right. Both of them are valid. So time will tell. It does look like, in my opinion, a lot of growth is about to launch. Roku, CrowdStrike, there's a lot of very, very beat up growth stocks that are right near uptrend support, and they're in areas that like between the 100 to 160 1.8% extensions to where they should catch support. So the beginning of next week will be interesting. Time will tell where we go. All right, guys, if you like these videos, go ahead, hit like and subscribe. Thanks.